Oh, I really hope this is working. Well, this is gonna be an interesting stream. My bitrate is trash right now, so I have no idea how well this is actually gonna hold up. We might just get through support conversations, and that might be it tonight. Although I guess if that ends up being the case, I can always try and wrap this up tomorrow afternoon. But either way, greetings everyone, I am Dr. J, and technical issues on my end aside that thus far are not hamstringing the stream. Well, let's see if they hold. Luckily, we're just doing support conversations, so I don't need super good bitrate for this part. So, for those of you who missed the last stream, we managed to get through the assault on Garreg Mach, so we are all good to go there, thankfully. And now, it's just a matter of seeing what other nonsense we can throw at ourselves. So, at this point, we are going into, I believe, Kingdom territory to cause all kinds of problems there. Actually, I'm gonna try something that'll probably anger YouTube, but let's do it. Okay, that seemed to do it. Okay, note to self, turn that off when you're about to go streaming. Hey, Co-Reaper, how you doing? Okay, so one of our allies who has just defected from the kingdom has decided to go on the attack sooner than is advisable, so now we gotta go bail him out and his allies. So I suspect this is the point where we will see Yuri and Ash, but before we get into that, we got support conversations.
Ah, fiery as ever. What an inspiring sight.
Oh, hey Ferdinand. You think so? The way I see it, a mercenary who doesn't train every day probably won't stay a merc for long.
I cannot dispute your logic. Though, I must say, you never did strike me as a typical mercenary. And your upward trajectory has proven me right. To go from nothing to a commander rivaling even the finest of nobles as quickly as you have is astounding. You are the most intriguing woman.
Well, that's because I've made a habit of giving my all. I'm honestly just happy to have earned Edelgard's respect.
You're all, you say?
Where are you going with this, Ferdinand von Eyre?
Something wrong?
To the contrary. I find your attitude inspirational.
Okay, where's all this praise coming from? I wonder what Malchus looks like on this end.
We are birds of a feather, you and I. Every task I undertake must also be done to utmost perfection. Polishing my armor? It shall have a mirror sheen. Cooking a meal? Let not even a single ingredient go to waste.
Okay, calm down, buddy.
True nobility means surmounting any challenge before you with no less than every fiber of your being.
That's taking it a little far, don't you think? Maybe you're not wasting food, but what about your time and energy? And I'm not any sort of noble, you know.
I am aghast. Are you suggesting that devoting myself fully to every endeavor is wasteful?
No, but...
I mean, yeah. If you put your all into every little thing, you'll run out of stamina right when you need it most. You're like the knight in that proverb. The one who spends all day building a fence around his Pegasus, only for it to fly away.
Valuable advice for a Pegasus, perhaps. But I am no beast. I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Yep, he said the thing.
It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone needs to take it easy sometimes.
Yeah, but he is Ferdinand von Eyre. We must remember this. Rip Billy Cometz, exactly, James.
If you always keep your bowstring taut, it's just gonna snap when you actually need to fire.
I assure you I am no bowstring either. But I take your point. However, there is no cause for concern. As I have told you on multiple occasions, I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Okay, you're having way too much fun. You must have seen all the memes leading up to this game's development. Okay, there's no way you didn't see all the memes.
Whether I am resting, enjoying leisurely pursuits, or simply in contemplation, I always apply all my energy to the task at hand.
Okay, I'm bringing you into combat next round.
At work or at rest, I will forever give it my all.
Seriously? What's full-on resting even look like?
Completely asleep? Okay, that's a decision that I need to make. Okay, real quick, we are going over to the training field and we're gonna make sure that Ferdinand's on the same level as the Death Knight. We're gonna make sure that Ferdinand von Ayer is ready for battle.
Training can be the difference between victory
Because
and
I have not used him in combat Actually, I don't think I've even... Let's see, where's Edelgard? Alright. You know what, we'll let him brag about being a bit ahead of Edelgard. That'll be amusing.
Great things await me.
There we go.
Can't wait to see how you do.
Let's see. Remember the words of the wise hierarch of whatever that is. Mirrors in copulation are abominable because they increase the numbers of men. What? What's that have to do with anything? We're in the middle of a war. I don't think that's our primary concern, Duan. We're not being a beast, a riding beast. He sure behaves like one. No, he's not that temperamental. I think. Oh, what do you two have to talk about?
Wait, what?
What?
Benedetta, is that a letter from your mother?
Wait, we haven't heard about your mother, have we?
Huh? Oh, Lady Edelgard. Yes, she wrote me from the capital. Wait, how did you know that? Are you screening my mail? Spying on my correspondence?
It's literally right in front of you. Calm down.
Bernadetta, is there anyone else who would write you?
Of course there is. There's, that guy? Wait, I don't have any friends. I don't even have any family. I don't have anybody.
You just said mother. What is? You know what? I'm used to this from you by now. Never mind.
Poor Bernie's all alone in this cold, cruel world.
Oh. Okay, you're overdoing it.
Easy, Bernadetta. You have plenty of friends. They simply don't need to write to you because you're fighting in the same army.
Shh.
Wait, really? Well, that's a relief.
That was quick.
Also, how can you claim to have no family when your mother writes you regularly? That's certainly more than I can say.
Clever, writers. Clever.
Oh, right. I forgot about your, parent situation. Guess I shouldn't be complaining, huh?
And when it comes to your father, complain all you damn well please.
It's fine. Just be thankful that your mother is in good health. And make sure to write back so she doesn't worry.
I always do. Pages and pages.
Wait, pages? What?
That reminds me, have you heard from your father?
Why are you asking that question?
I'm sure he had much adjusting to do after I installed him in Garrick Mach as the head of the Southern Church.
Nothing from him, but my mother keeps me up to date in her letters. She has his attendance and her regular reports. The last update was something like, "Your father is so scared of the Central Church's assassins, he's locked himself away up in the third-story reception hall.
Okay then.
They have to drag him out kicking and screaming whenever it's time to deal with clerical affairs."
What?
I'm certain I heard a similar tale when another noble first relocated to Garrick Mach.
Okay. I don't know why that one got me, but well played.
Really? Huh. Oh, but the locking himself in his room part sure sounds a lot like me, doesn't it?
You oblivious, sweet oblivious summer child. Oh my gosh.
Yes, although you've come a long way from the reclusive, shy girl you used to be.
No, she's still that.
Back at the Officers Academy, you used to take your shunning of people to something of an extreme.
She still probably does.
Do you really think I'm that different now? It's hard for me to tell. Maybe knowing that my father has started hiding from the world helps, though. Now I don't have to stay inside to avoid seeing him, you know?
One might say your curse has been lifted. Just like mine.
Huh?
Wait, hang on. What's your curse?
Nothing. Please ignore what I said.
Lord Arundel?
Oh, come on! You can't leave me in suspense like this!
Developers, why are you like this? Why would you cut it off there?
Ah, what a lovely breeze. Truly, there is nothing so liberating as the great outdoors.
Why are you doing the why are you doing the somber music when you've got this going on? What, is something about to happen?
Your Majesty, Hubert is looking for you.
Oh, that would be a cause for concern.
My apologies. I didn't realize you were resting.
I only stepped out for a bit of fresh air. I'll be ready to return shortly.
Oh no! please don't rush back on my account. I am more than happy to keep Hubert occupied in the meantime. Please, Your Majesty, enjoy yourself. I'll simply tell him I failed to find you. Ah, and are you cold? I can bring you a coat and some hot tea.
Wait, wasn't the point to go out here to get into the... you know what, never mind.
I appreciate the concern, Monica, but I'm quite all right. But while you're here, there is something I must tell you.
Stop being a simp.
Why are you staring at me, Your Majesty? Is there something on my face?
Oh, wait, there's something on your face. Oh wait, it is your face!
I was only going to say how fortunate we are to have you with us.
Oh, don't back out of what you were gonna say.
Those who slither in the dark had you in their clutches. In another world, we might have lost you to them forever.
Okay, stop being cheeky, game.
Yes. It seemed they were only keeping me alive so they could use me for some kind of dark ritual. And I can only assume that would not have ended with me alive and well. You saved my life. I wish I could express what an honor it was to be personally rescued by the woman I've dedicated my entire life to.
That's kind of you to say, but I only did it because I needed the military leverage.
That doesn't matter. I'm serious when I say that the day you rescued me was the day I stopped simply idolizing you and decided you were the one for me.
Simp.
The one for you?
Simp.
Yes. You risked your life to protect a lowly noble like me.
Simp.
You need to understand the situation, Monica. I was fully prepared to sacrifice you if doing so would bring me even one step closer to achieving my goals.
You should listen to her, she actually did.
I had no intention of rescuing you until right before the opportunity presented itself.
Oh, but, why not?
I was under the impression that those who slither in the dark needed you quite badly. And as I required their strength to wage my war, I was prepared to look the other way. When we laid out our plans, your death was something we took as a given.
All the same, you still chose to save me in the end. I don't care how you got to that decision, only that you did.
No. Have you ever, Actually, wait, you were in the Officers Academy. Surely you'd know that showing your work is important. Come on.
You could have offered me up as a bargaining chip, but you chose not to. Instead, you closed that door just so I could be standing here today.
That's not why she did it, though, you simp.
Monica, I
only get one life, and I can't tell you how lucky I am to share it with you. It is my destiny to walk beside you, and that makes me happier than you could ever know.
Simp.
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
I am very curious to see what that A support is going to look like then. Are you just going to be a simp the whole way through? What's Chat up to? Oh, that must have been in reference to Bernie. She's too pure to be an actual physical being? Well, technically she's not real, but... Bernie's great. Bernie is wonderful. And anyone who says otherwise, I'm gonna go fight. You have supports with... Huh, okay.
Oh, there you are, Hubert. I have been searching everywhere for you.
And to what end? Has Her Majesty summoned me?
Oh, she would never use me for a task like that.
Who said she wouldn't?
I just wanted to thank you, albeit reluctantly.
I do not recall having done anything that would merit such a sincere display of gratitude.
Well, you probably just saw it as part of your normal administrative duties. You fixed quite a big mistake in my last report before Her Majesty had the chance to look at it. I woke up in a panic when I realized what I had done. Imagine how mortified I was to see you'd already corrected everything.
Ah, yes. I may have done something of the sort. As Her Majesty's loyal servant, it is my duty to pare down the number of unnecessary matters which wander across her desk.
Does she have time to have a desk right now, though?
I must say, I was surprised to see you make such a foolish and obvious error.
Was that a dig, or...?
Have you truly grown so lax, even as you style yourself the greatest of our Emperor's retainers?
I'm aware of the mistake I made, but I would never dream of calling myself something like that.
You'd only imply it, you simp.
Well, Perhaps I said it once or twice in the heat of the moment, but I never actually meant it.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
If anyone is Her Majesty's best retainer, it's you. And without House Vestra's say-so, I could never become one of her servants.
What was that hesitation?
At present, I very much doubt you are fit to serve as Her Majesty's servant.
Excuse me?
It is true that I did not make a conscious choice to serve Her Majesty at first. Instead, I simply did it because my father decreed it must be so. But such bounds no longer define our relationship. I do not serve the Emperor. My loyalty is to Lady Edelgard, and her alone. I stand with her in a manner that goes beyond the bounds of ruler and servant. Do you understand this?
I want to be like that with Her Majesty as well.
Oh boy, here we go.
But I am only the child of a baron, so I don't have excuses to linger in the palace all the time. I have to return to my family's estate once I've fulfilled my duties for the day, and I get summoned back to our territory often. I am not like you. I cannot just be at her side unless I have a good reason to be there.
Indeed. Ox territory is in the far west of the Empire. I surmise you have had to spend much of your time away from Enbar. Furthermore, you will be a baron one day. Your duties will prevent you from dedicating yourself solely to Her Majesty.
Why are you saying all of this, though? What brought this conversation up?
Exactly. Unlike you, I have an entire territory's worth of people to protect. But I still won't give up, even from afar. No. Precisely because I'll be afar, there will be things I can do to protect Her Majesty. In fact, always being at her side might actually cause you to overlook threats from time to time. I may even serve Her Majesty in a way you never could.
That is a promising thought, Monica.
You're not outright denying it. Huh. I wouldn't have expected you to actually get along, given that you'd be vying for her attention, although, then again, Hubert doesn't care what Edelgard thinks of her. Oh no, and it looks like Tuan is taking my comments about her being a simp to heart. Yes, exactly. You just want to be that close to her, pretty much. Alright, what do you two have to discuss?
And of course, I'm worried about those who struggle at combat.
Yes, we must do all we can to support them. I'll do my part to watch out for those who need help.
Thank you. We'll do this together.
Support people who struggle with combat, huh? If there's a more perfect job for me out there, I don't know what it is.
Shouldn't you talk to the two of them before you set out on that self-assigned mission? Bernie's not gonna like this, is she?
You ready, Bernadetta? Let's go.
No! Why do I have to do this?
Because you can.
Why do you have to train, you mean?
It's not training, it's weird. This is torture and I'm gonna die.
Wait, what's that armored unit behind her?
Hey, calm down. You'll only be fighting me.
Wait, why is she surrounded by Why is she surrounded by armored dudes?
You're lying! There are people hiding in this armor and they're gonna attack me, aren't they?
That armor isn't big enough for a person to hide in.
I don't know, Bernie might be able to hide in them.
You don't know that! I could absolutely hide inside one.
Oh hey, we're the same person right now.
I mean, yeah, okay. You probably could.
See? I was right!
Yeah, but who's gonna be hiding in there then?
Wait, this isn't the time for me to worry about that. The fact you're plotting against me is the issue here. Why do you hate me?
Of course she'd interpret it like that.
Look, Edelgard said we need to help people who struggle with fighting, alright? I'm just trying to put that into action.
Nuh-uh! You're gonna take me out with a surprise attack from the darkness! I know your game!
Does Caspar really seem like he's that subtle? I mean, he's a member of House Bergleys. They're not exactly known for their subtlety.
And how would I attack you from the darkness when we're standing in the middle of the training grounds in broad daylight?
Oh, she's just gonna attribute this to, oh, this is how I'm gonna deal with you later tonight.
You think all these people walking by would see me try to murder you or whatever and just keep going?
No, they're watching me. I'm sure of it. Your armor is staring at me.
Why are you like this?
Nope, that's it. I'm out of here.
run out on me here, Bernadetta. I mean, trying to detect people hidden in suits of armor, that's one of my father's traditional training drills. I don't know any other way to do it.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't need your lousy support, so just leave me alone!
Maybe I'm not cut out for this kind of thing.
And that's why you should have talked to Edelgard and Manuela before you did this! Then again, you weren't exactly the brightest student either. And what do you two have to talk about? This should be an interesting support chain.
At last, we come face to face.
What's that supposed to mean?
Constance, is something...
Listen here, there's no need to dance around me, for I bear you no ill will.
Petra has no idea what you're talking about. Oh wait, right, because your house fell when Bridget attacked, right.
I am having confusion. What are you speaking of?
I speak of the bad blood between Bridget and the Empire, of course.
Ah, the war. I am having my own feelings about.
Surely you are aware that it was your father who invaded the lands of House Nouvelle, which I once called home. It was his aggressions which cost me my family, my friends, my land, everything.
Oh hey, just as I said.
However, your father and many of your countrymen paid for this in the coin of their own lives. Furthermore, neither you nor I took part in that foolish conflict. Therefore, there is no merit to our dredging up the past. We need not be at each other's throats.
Then why mention it at all, you moron?
Have I made myself clear? Good. Now farewell.
What? Correct response, Petra. Correct response.
Constance has a personality of much color. I was not given a chance to give her my reply. I cannot be leaving things like this. I must be telling her that I have understanding. Constance? I am wanting to talk to you about what you were saying before.
Well, at least it didn't just end on that fade out.
Greetings, Petra. I fear I caused you undue distress. Please accept my humblest apologies for the offense.
And now because you're out in the... Oh no.
One from my meager and reduced circumstances has no right to insult a woman of your royal standing. As galling as this must be after the fact, I humbly beg your forgiveness.
You can have my forgiveness, although I was not taking any offense.
Oh, what overflowing kindness. Truly, your mercy is too good for a wretch such as I.
Why can't things ever be simple with you, Constance?
But I should not expect aught else from one capable of ruling an entire people. You are a mighty boulder, and I, but a pebble by the wayside.
Is it really so hard to explain what's going on? Ever?
Let me speak, Constance, please. I am knowing that our relationship is complicated. I think about this every day. It is filling my heart with pain and confusion. But you had the braveness to say what I could not.
Stop, I beg you. You will crush my sad and pathetic frame under
Oh,
the weight of
stop
such
it!
undeserved
Why are you
compliments.
like this?
I think it best if I keep my own counsel from now on. Pray pay my ramblings no mind.
Why are you like this?
Oh my, now I have been so presumptuous as to tell you what to do. Please excuse me while I go crawl under a rock.
Yeah, I'd be confused too.
I am not understanding what happened here. Which Constance should I be believing?
Welp. Alright, what's chat up to? Let's see. Looks like that's referring to the Bernie and Caspar support. She is right though, it does look suspicious. It does look like what kind of dude puts full random armor in the middle of a training ground? Inbred doofus like Caspar. I don't think he's inbred, it's just his family's just not the brightest bulbs. And to be fair, have you seen have you seen Count Berglies? They don't exactly need to be subtle. Let's see, if those guys have more than one collective brain cell and will notice patterns with Constance. Well, that's the thing. They explicitly explained this the moment it happened in the Three Houses DLC, so I don't know. Why don't they explain it? Real quick though, do I want to mess with my saves at all? Because I'm a little worried about skipping over supports again. Although we are only in Chapter 5, I doubt anything that insane's gonna happen yet. Maybe once we hit Chapter 7, I might just go through and make sure we get all of the C and B supports. Or at least the first round of supports. Alrighty. It's time to actually go with what the stream title says. Scrambling Through the Fog. As if we didn't already dislike the Chapter 3 battle in Three Houses because of the fog. In the exact same circumstance. Well, similar circumstance, I should say.
The fog is rather thicker than I imagined, Hubert. And if I'm not mistaken...
Yes, I agree. Dark magic is assuredly the cause.
Yeah, it was dark magic the last time too. I wonder if those who slither in the dark are still... Oh, that might be what's going on then, because those who slither in the dark... If dark magic was involved the first time, it was probably them there too, so if it's them again for this circumstance, then setting them off on this course was probably a means to try and hamstring Edelgard's efforts to conquer the kingdom efficiently.
We already know those who slither in the dark have had comings and goings at House Rowe.
Oh hey, I'm right!
I doubt one of them is here, but there could be a mage present who received their training.
Then we had best leverage our own assets.
Why is everyone whispering? Is the enemy aware of our coming?
It's entirely possible, yes. They could be directly on top of us, and we would scarcely know it. So yes, let us all stay on our toes. Prudent of you to bring it up, Ferdinand.
Thank you. I mean, thank you.
Ferdinand, you're the best. What was that?
Why so quiet, Caspar? Normally you'd be at the front of the line making all kinds of racket.
What, you think I'm the kind of guy who'd get all scared and give our position away? Sorry, I'm not afraid of anything.
Except the fog, apparently. What are you staring at? What are you staring at?
You're unusually quiet, Petra. Did you not get enough sleep or something?
Ambush?
I am listening to our surroundings. Nothing has more danger than fog. One incorrect step and you will be losing your life.
Can we all try to relax? I'm pretty sure we're alone out here, so let's just calm down before we wear ourselves out.
I kind of wish they could have shown this with us walking along a trail or something. The limitations of the format they're using, unfortunately.
Sometimes you all make me think we're still back at the academy.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Yes.
Well, great. I was hoping to finish this before reinforcements arrived, but so be it.
Oh no, that's Gerald.
I will prioritize locating Lord Lonato. Can I leave the Imperial troops to you?
I know what to do, so let me do it already. Just mind this fog, and make sure you don't attack the wrong side.
That goes for you as well. Let us see if you can live up to your reputation.
Well... Isn't it a little early to be running into Gerald? Huh. I guess it depends on how things time out. Okay, so... As I expected, Ash is gonna be a recruitable unit, so... Knowing our luck, he's probably someone that... Let's see, he's probably working... Well, actually, if we have a chance to persuade him... If he's marked as an enemy general, then... Oh boy, that can make things fun. Okay, let's see, who do we need to bring in for the sake of... Wait, Bernie's the only one? Really? Huh, that's random. Alright, do we know what kind of enemies we're up against? Okay, so pretty much every martial weapon. So that's probably what we should favor then. There is, well, let's say a little bit of flyer, a couple flyers, but probably not enough to be worth warranting too much. Actually, we've already got lance, axe, and sword covered, so actually we don't need to do much more than this. And Bernie's also got something equipped that should make her effective against axe swingers as well, so yeah, that should be good. That should be quite fine. We just need to figure out who to put as adjutants. So I guess since I'm worried about support and art conversations, let's see. I doubt I need to worry about Shez too much, given the circumstances. So, looks like the only ones that I need to unlock as far as conversations go is Yuritsa, so I'll go ahead and rope him into this. Besides, he could use the class experience anyway. And then... what about Edelgard? Well, I should just check all of them while I'm here. Okay, so Edelgard still has a few to unlock. Let's see. And looks like... actually, it's only Yuritsa and Ferdinand von Eyre for you, so I think I'll just throw Hubert behind you. And Bernie, I can throw... I guess Dorothea? Yeah, Dorothea will work. So, Hubert, Dorothea, and... let's go with Linhardt. A bit overly focused on magic, but I think it'll be okay.
Send a flower to battle and watch it bloom.
Also, let's give you actually good stuff. Actually, you've got a crest, so you can use this safely. Oh wait, you don't have a crest? I forgot about that. How did I forget that? Either way, the Brave Tome should be enough for you. And that should be fine. And then for battalions, if I'm sending you with Edelgard, let's give you... yeah, this. And then Dorothea should be fine. Linhardt, I need to give a different one of these. Let's go with... since that you can take all the good stuff, we'll give you the... yeah, that should be fine. Alright, I think we're good.
Closer with...
Starting the mission, you might make a boring...
Right then. Shall we join hands?
Leave this one to me. This'll be easy with both.
Oh, if I must. This should forget the denser the fog. I can barely make out my own feet.
Which will prove useful for Lord Lonato. As he possesses low numbers, the man will doubtless take any edge.
We need to find him before the kingdom dies and take him into our protection.
Lucky us. So we basically need to scour these encampments then, huh? Alright, let's have them all spread out.
Time to shine.
Wait, this is the exact same map that we fought Geralt on the last time.
All right, let's keep...
Here I go. Everyone.
There's not a question of can. Only a forward.
There we go.
Lonato will surely be hiding in one of these
Hey, Randolph.
strongholds awaiting rescue.
The fog will provide
Oh, we can't enter this one.
cover, but not forever. We need to hurry.
We're not really going to stumble our way through this suit, are we? I thought we had some sort of solution.
Hold strong, men! His lordship needs us! Lord Lonato's forces appear to be fighting a losing battle.
Lucky us.
We must help them if we can.
Alright, that guy's a Lancer. Didn't I give Shez something? Yeah, okay. Shez, go this way.
Send whatever troops we can spare.
Actually, you can't take them on easily. Okay, you go after the armored dude.
Who they're up against.
There's not a question of can.
Oh, there. I think we might have accidentally found him. Oh god, that guy's got a rapier. That's gonna make things difficult.
Are you sure?
Then you can go after this one over here.
They can see the enemy, but they can also be seeing us. Keep your wariness.
I see a mage! Do you think he's responsible for all this fog?
I'm not afraid of you.
They sniffed out the spellcaster. If this fog lifts, Lord Lonato will have nowhere to hide.
Alright, who can take him on? Actually, if they're armored dudes, Shez stands the best chance.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Isn't Edelgard heading in that direction? Oh wait, no, she's going to assistance of others. Okay,
It's Bernie's time.
here's how we'll do this.
I am your man.
Alright, since that you've got weakness to the rapier, but should have type effectiveness otherwise.
This stronghold will fall.
Alright, just don't get hit. Very simple command, do not get hit. At least you got the crest of Indek. Alright, rip them apart. Wait, why are you going faster? I'm not gonna complain, I'm just surprised. Rip and tear until it is done. Wha-bam!
There's not a question of can. Only a...
Take a breather.
Alright, that's one down easily enough because I chose magic. Then this one should fall quickly as well. Bam!
Thank you. Lord
Not a problem.
Lotto is sheltering deep in the eastern wood. Please, hurry to him.
Okay.
We have our location. Let us not waste any time getting there.
Eastern Wood, huh? It's an armored dude. Kill!
I'll take over.
Are you sure?
Take a breather.
Whoops, wrong button.
Watch this.
Wrong button.
I am your man.
There we go. Oh, I see. It's marked there where we need to go. Excellent. Take that. Alright, let's keep carving a path. Holy crap, you speed up a lot. Hang on, what exactly is your special ability? Why are you speeding up so much? Unit guide. At 300 hits and above, gain an increase in speed proportional to hit count. Oh. Hang on, I need to do something important.
Excellent. All the citizens are safe.
I am Ferdinand Fun.
Alright, I'm good.
Follow my lead.
Fine, let's go.
And dead. Sucker! Well, since the Ferdinand von Eyre seems to be having a fun time, we'll send him in that direction.
There's not a question of can.
We not allowed
Only
back
a
there?
matter of will.
We probably need to claim the fort or something in order to be let through. Alright, let's start fighting our way there. Oh crap, Ingrid! Edelgard, get over here, we need you.
Here I go. No
You'll have a much better time dealing with Ingrid than Ferdinand von Eyre will.
They move themselves to intercept. I'll take over. My turn.
Just what I needed, Ingrid. And she's got Lewin. Great. She's gonna be nasty.
Pay in blood for invading the lands of Fargus.
Okay. Guess you can keep going and conquering that.
Watch this.
Alright, get in there. How we doing? Oh, quite well.
This stronghold will fall. Not done yet.
Alright, crack her open. Oh, perfect.
It will take more than this. Stand aside.
Don't worry, I've got more than... Oh crap, hit the button. Hit the combat art button. There we go. Down you go. Okay. I doubt that'll be the end of you yet.
Invested by the likes of you.
It's literally the Imperial... Well, it's literally the Empress. Emperor, however you want to pronounce it. However you want to say it. I think it's okay to lose this one.
Very well.
Alright. I just realized, I get the feeling I know how they're going to introduce Gerald to this one. Let me guess. He's going to find the mage and just knock him down. And then we're going to have to deal with no fog once I send someone over to Lord Lenato. That's my bet. Although I suppose I can just have Edelgard move in that direction while somebody else causes havoc.
Are you sure?
Holy crap, you're taking a lot of damage, Bernie. Maybe I should just set you to defense for now and only pull you out if I need to deal with a Pegasus. Actually, I should have thrown you at Ingrid. Thank you, Dorothea. You are awesome.
My thanks for the rescue.
That's one task off the to-do list. Now we just have to deal with the king.
Oh crap, are there armors? Oh right, they have... Right, okay. Shez, get over there.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Actually, yeah, Ferdinand von Ayer as well.
There's not a question of can, only a matter of will. Leave this to me.
Here I go.
Yeah, since you've got disadvantage on that one, go deal with what Ferdinand was fighting, I think. Alright, don't have to worry too much about that part, so keep at it. Good job, Bernie.
It's Bernie's time to shine.
An armored dude shouldn't do much. Actually, no, let's just set you to defense.
It's Bernie's time.
My turn.
Why can I never hit this?
And they can't have it.
There we go. Whoops, didn't need that part. No, you can't. Not if I have my way. And blam. Oh, you can still fight. Let's fix that. Excuse me for a second. Let's see if you get caught up in this. Oh, yes, you did.
So I live to see another day, do I? I knew the gods wouldn't abandon us.
I don't like how close we kept you, but I'm glad you're safe. Now we can focus on the rest of the fight.
Oh, hey, Shez. Who should I send you
Not a
after?
problem.
I don't have Shadow Step yet, but...
Another was rescued. We can finally dispense with the magic.
Oh, nice. So what remains?
Hey, the frog is gone. Now we don't have to keep running into things.
And there's Ash, right on cue. Oh yeah, I still would be a foot soldier at this point.
How could you betray His Majesty, Lonato? How could you do this to me?
Wait, if we're fighting against him, why are they sending Ash? That's just cruel!
Ash, you came here for me.
Ash is your adopted son, and family should not fight family. Let us persuade him to lay down his arms instead.
Agreed. Alright, Ash. Sorry for doing this, but I kinda have to. Probably a little early to do this. But still.
Victory will be ours. I am Ferdinand von Ayer.
He just says it all the time. It's glorious. Why does he say it so much? It's so precious. He's so enthusiastic about saying it.
I guess it's now or never.
What is going on in chat?
Victory will be ours. I am Ferdinand von Ayer.
Oh, okay, so...
We're really in a tight spot here.
Yes, you are. Alright, crack him open. Alright, there goes Ash.
Stop it, Ash. You're throwing your life away. Do you want Lord Lonato carrying that weight around for the rest of his life?
No. You're right. I surrender.
Holy crap, Ferdinand.
Forgive me, Ash. I beg you. I couldn't bear to lose another son.
Our goal here is achieved. Now we hunt down any kingdom stragglers and... What?
Gerald? Yep! Ash and Demon time!
An enemy detachment. Put them to rout and make sure to keep Lord Lonato...
There's not a question of can.
Actually, how are we doing? Yeah, there's no way this is the end. Gerald hasn't appeared yet.
Not a problem.
Alright, Shez intercept.
Here I go. No mistake. They must...
Merry to cut off their retreat. Now's our chance to get Lanato.
Not if we have our way.
Good. I must help Lord Lanato.
You again, is it? I see you fight for the Emperor now. I guess it's now or never.
Victory will be ours! I am Ferdinand von Iron!
Bam! Yes, you are.
There's not a question of can. Only a... Leave this... There's not a question of can. My will is theirs.
It's Bernie's time to shine.
Alright, Bernie, go defend this.
You need some back.
Take a breather. Draw your weapon open. You and me have a score to settle.
Bringing it down.
Whew, that was close. Rip them open. Oh, hey, cool, Mega Man. Let's see. Sometimes you stream too fast and a random stream appears and I'm enjoying myself. Well, that is the benefit of the VOD. I know that I stream a fair amount because I've got a lot of games I'd like to play here and there, so yep, perfectly understandable if you miss one. And there's Gerald, right on cue.
Guess I better get in there instead of letting the kid do all the work.
And Alois is probably in play as well. Yep.
Count me in, Captain. I may be a new arrival, but no one can rival my enthusiasm.
Oh, stop it!
Ignore the action, demon, and target the enemy commander instead. Doing so will force them to retreat.
How would I want to beat up Violet anyway?
Witness my true
This is
power.
my safe space, and they can't have it.
I know we were told not to engage, but isn't this a great opportunity to see how much you've grown?
Also a good chance to... Well...
A noble does not know the meaning of the word surrender.
But we're willing to learn.
We'll do it together. I've got you now.
Nice one.
Time to face the Blade Breaker's wrath.
Oh crap, she's making... Okay, that changes things. Edelgard, go kill Gerald. Well, don't kill him. I like him, but you get the point.
There's not a question of can. Only a matter of will. Leave...
Jeez! Holy crap, they make you so durable in battening mode. Holy crap, if this is what I'm facing on the Blue Lines route, oh god, I want to surrender now.
Demon is no joke. If you don't feel like you can win, it's best to stay far away.
I'm gonna beat him, damn it! Blizzard! Alright, we doing okay as far as... we can afford to drag this out. Oh, wait a minute! Easy solution! Wait, what?
Things I must do. I fear I must withdraw for now.
Okay, then I guess I'm not sending Ferdinand after... Well, shit! Okay, note to self, don't send Ferdinand von Iron after Violet. Damn it! Crap!
Closer we get, the
Starting the mission.
That sucked.
We might make a bold.
Right then. Shall we join hands?
Leave this one to me. This'll be easy with both of us.
Oh, if I must. This should be easy if we work together.
And so the fog. I can barely make out my own feet.
Which will prove useful for Lord Lanato. As he possesses low numbers, the man will doubtless take any damage.
We need to find him before the kingdom does and take him into our protection.
Alright, off we go.
Surely be hiding in one of these strongholds awaiting rescue.
The fog will provide cover, but not forever. We need to hurry.
We're not really going to stumble our way through this soup.
Here I go. No mistakes. Everyone,
If I'm not mistaken, this is how I did things before.
Forward!
It's Bernie's time to shine!
Let's go with this.
I thought we had some sort of solution.
Hold strong, men! His lordship needs us! Lord Lenato's forces appear to be fighting a losing battle.
Alright, here we go.
Help them if we can. Send whatever troops we can spare.
Who could predict that Ferdinand would have his ass beaten up? It's not the most surprising thing, given that Shez was having to give her all.
Keep your wariness.
I see a mage! Do you think he's responsible for all this fall?
And given that Shez is a masterclass, custom, and all that fun stuff, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Not that much, but, wow. To see it actually play out.
This fog lifts. Lord Lenato will have nowhere to hide. This do?
Yes, it will, Linhart. Thank you much. I almost don't want to switch off of Ferdinand with how quickly you're attacking right now. Holy crap.
There's not a question of can, only a matter of will.
Take a breather. Not a problem.
Alright, run up and deal with them. Then Bernie.
It's Bernie's time to shine!
Watch this.
While that's going on, crack that open just for some extra gold.
This is my safe space and they can't have it!
There we go. And dust.
Here I go.
Are you sure?
Well, you've got Dorothea with you, so you should be able to hurt him pretty badly before everything goes okay, before Shez gets here and finishes them off. Actually, you can probably take him on your own. Although I'm not sure I want to take the risk of not getting S rank. Not that it's a big deal if I don't, but at the same time, when I've got Dark Spikes and can just do this, why would I go through the effort of being more careful than that? We'll just send you in the direction that we know Ingrid will appear in.
Alright then.
Thank you, Linhart.
We have our location. Let us not waste any time getting there.
The Imperial Army is here. All troops, ready yourselves to intercept.
Alrighty.
You will pay in blood for invading the lands of Fargus.
Ow! That hurt. Holy crap! Probably added a few percentage points just on its own.
There's not a question of can, only a matter of will. There's not a question of can.
Oh yeah, I need to send Shez over in the direction of this, just to make things easier on me. Oh right, I need to break through Ingrid first.
I've got this.
My turn?
Watch this.
Are you sure?
I really need to check to see if I can give Bernie a better bow. Pretty sure I gave her Parthia, but I'm not sure. Holy shit!
I thought I'd be able to do more.
Maddening mode, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap! Holy crap! Wow! I'm in shock! That was impressive! I am so salty, but holy crap!
Closer.
Starting the
Don't worry, I have restarted right effing now.
Let us go. Shall we join hands?
Oh my
This
god!
one to me. This'll be easy with both of you.
Holy crap, that was insane!
This should be easy. We get the dead.
I'm in absolute shock at that!
Everyone, to me!
It's Bernie's time to shine!
Okay, Bernie's on defense duty now. No more hunting after Pegasi. We'll just leave that to Ferdinand or Edelgard. Probably both.
Which will prove useful for Lord Renato. As he possesses low numbers, the man will doubtless take any damage he gets.
We need to find him before the kingdom does and take him into our protection.
Alright, let's start racking up KOs.
Lord Renato will surely be hiding in one of these strongholds awaiting rescue.
The fog will provide cover, but not forever. We need to hurry.
Hold strong, men! His lordship needs us! Lord Renato's forces appear to be fighting a losing battle.
We must help them if we can. Send whatever troops we can spare.
Okay, Bernie's on defense duty given what just happened, so here's what we'll do to manage this.
There's not a.
We're not really going to stumble our way through this soup, are we? I thought we had some sort of solution.
I am your man. I have you.
Open them wide!
You can see the enemy, but they can also be seeing us. Keep your wariness.
These do?
Let's knock you over to some more people so I can get KOs. And not quite as close as I'd hope, but that's okay. We're about to head in that direction anyway, so there will be many an opportunity. Night Kneeler, go!
There's not a question of can. Only a matter. Leave this to me.
It's Bernie's time. You need some back.
Not a problem.
Alright, you go up here. Ferdinand, go
There's not a question of can.
deal with this bastard.
Take a breather. Watch this.
Thank you.
Will not falter.
This is my safe space, and they can't have it.
And bam!
Here I go. No, they
For all this fog.
They sniffed out the spellcaster. This fog lifts. Lord Renato will have nowhere to hide.
There we go. That takes care of one. And now the second. Alright, MC Moon, you're clearly not remorseful, and you clearly are just trying to toe the line. You're just out of here. Sorry, you got that? Wait a minute. And that should have... Huh. That's odd. Sorry, getting distracted by chat. I do disagree with Banning over saying that Fortnite's okay, but at the same time, if you're gonna be unrepentant about, well, when we told you no politics and then you bring it back up, you're clearly not contrite. So I've got no reason to be charitable.
Here I go.
Okay,
No
now we send you in this direction, since I know we'll need to go in that direction. Certainly need to be more careful with the combat art usage on this one. There we go. Rip and tear.
The Imperial Army is here. All troops, ready yourselves to intercept. Why?
And there's Ingrid.
You will pay in blood for invading the lands of Fargus.
There's not a question of can, only a matter of will.
My turn. I'll take over.
Alright, you should be able to withstand Ingrid, even if she's got Lewin.
Excellent. All the citizens are safe.
Wham!
It will take more than this.
Don't worry, I've got more.
Not done yet.
Alright, open it back up. Thank you, Hubert. That attack did nothing. Alright, that should open this place up. Because I'm awesome.
Here I go. No mistake.
There's not a question of can, only a matter of...
Actually, who's Shez going after? Oh, actually, yeah, just...
Take a breather.
Sure, cannon fodder. Let's go. Ooh. Now I can use this more. Alright, cool.
For the rescue.
That's one task off the to-do list. Now we just have to deal with the kingdom.
No pressure. Alright, as expected. Alright. Let him have it.
I guess it's now or never.
Victory will be ours! I am Ferdinand von Iron!
Bam.
So I live to see another day, do I? I knew the gods would defend us.
I don't like how close we cut this, but I'm glad you're safe. Now we can focus on the rest of the fight.
Now that Lord Lodato was rescued, we can finally dispense with the magic.
There we go. Alright, back to where we were. Now I just need to knock out Ash and then actually deal with the next guy properly.
Keep running into things.
Alright. Let's go ahead and activate this. Have some fun.
How could you betray His Majesty Lodato? How could you do this to me?
Alright, let's get him.
You came here for me.
Ash is your adopted son. And family should not fight family. Let us persuade him to lay down his arms instead.
For the love of...
All right, then.
Alright, with this awakening meter, we should be able... Yep, keep doing damage to stun gauge even without type effectiveness. And since these are archers, they should fall quickly. I'm glad I said... Glad I did what I did as far as awakening gauge greatly increased at the start. That way I actually can rely on it. Even if it's taking her frickin' ever. Yes, you are. Now get closer so I can beat you up. Get in there. How many hits does it take to knock down an Ash? Yes.
I guess it's now or never.
Victory will be ours! I am Ferdinand von Iron!
There we go.
Stop it, Ash. You're throwing your life away. Do you want Lord Lodato
Oh jeez, what was that damage?
the rest of his life?
You're right. I surrender.
What was that damage all of a sudden? Is there a combat art that's specific against mounted units? Because that's the only thing that I could see happening there. Okay. Either way.
I beg you.
There is not a question of can.
My turn?
I couldn't bear to lose another son.
Our goal here is achieved. Now we hunt down any kingdom struggle. What?
And there's your boy left.
Your fun ends here.
Right on cue. Let's go beat him up.
An enemy detachment. Put them to rout and make sure to keep Lord Renato safe.
The mercenaries have cut off their retreat. Now's our chance to get Renato. All will perish.
Oh, I just realized Yuritsa's hand was shaking a little bit in that. That was cool. Well, bam. Alright, let's get him, boys.
Witness my true power. Not good. I must help Lord Renato. A noble does not know the meaning of the word surrender.
Alrighty. I'm gonna say that to someone when they pick a fight. Now you get get closer so I can beat you up. You do that. And there's Alois. How do I want to handle this? Send Edelgard after Geralt, maybe?
But no one can rival my enthusiasm.
Please stop. You're embarrassing me. I don't know why Geralt puts up with you.
And target the enemy commander instead. Doing so will force them to retreat.
All will perish.
We'll do it together.
No escape.
I know we were
Freezing.
told not to engage, but isn't this
Oh,
a
did my
great
attack
opportunity
miss?
to see how much you've
And let's
grown?
just hit with Dark Spikes. This never misses. Okay, so he's immune to knockback. That's why he's still hitting me.
I see you fight for the Empire now.
Draw your weapon on me. You and me have a score to settle.
The Ashen Demon is no joke. If you don't feel like you can win, it's best to stay far away.
I'm unstoppable.
Alright, I'll use this mercenary to build up a stun gauge for an extra one.
Mastered all on their own.
Alright, one more of these, and then we'll go into Awakening mode.
We'll do it together. I got you now. I'll take you all on.
No escape.
Okay, mistakes were made. Alright, don't do anything that launches you into an animation. Thank you, Yuritsa. Holy crap, you're durable.
You have a better handle on that strange power of yours. This one.
Wait, Geralt's actually seizing territory? Oh crap.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn. Here I go. No mistakes. They.
Wait, Geralt's advancing on Lenato? Oh god, that's actually really bad. I need to wrap this up swiftly or we're in trouble. Am I even making a dent now? Come on! Alright, he's almost there.
Good enough. That's enough. I did what I came to do.
Alright, as expected.
All will perish.
Okay.
We'll do it together.
We'll go ahead and expire this. I'll expend that.
Not a problem.
Very good. Now,
I've got this. Watch this. I let him slip away like it was nothing.
to face the Blade Breaker's wrath.
Unfortunately for you, I've got a good axe. Blade Breaker, huh? Good thing I don't wield a blade.
For the Empire!
That maniacal laugh is the best.
Get out of my way.
That maniacal laugh is glorious.
I was worried the Empire's soldiers lacked backbone. Come then.
Ah, shit, I'm getting distracted by stuff. There we go.
Since when did he quit the Knights of Ceres?
Oh god, that's hurting. Glad to hear it. And come on. All right, Gerald's down.
We're really pushing our luck here, Alois. You decide when we fall back.
All right, that gets the stronghold under my control, or at least keeps it there. All right, all-out offensive. Get him. Sorry, Alois, you've told one too many bad puns. You must be defeated.
We'll do it together.
I won't be the one to drag my new comrades down.
Don't worry, you won't be given a choice. Whew. That took more attempts than it should have.
Mercenaries, retreat!
Whew.
Well done. We have kept his lordship safe. This victory will greatly further our conquest.
Whew. That was a longer fight than I expected.
Well, we did it.
Yet you're still the saddest looking fighter in camp. Why the long face?
Because we only barely got the job done. Everything else was a miserable failure. Sure, we saved Lenato and put Geralt and his mercenaries to rout, but we let the kingdom's troops get away in the process. And if that wasn't bad enough, I failed to beat the Ashen Demon. Basically, we lost in nearly every way you can lose.
Except for keeping Lenato safe.
Wrong. You were hired to do a job, and you did it. And in the process, you've received a valuable reminder about the unique danger the Ashen Demon poses.
Unique danger? Not sure I'd go that far.
And what other phrase would you use for a mercenary that can single-handedly change the tide of battle? If we're to win this war, the Ashen Demon needs to be eliminated as soon as possible.
Yeah, about that.
Then I guess my goal hasn't changed. Thanks for the encouragement.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that went quite well. Apart from the needing to restart the battle a couple times, holy crap. I did not expect Bernie to be one-shot by Ingrid like that. What the hell? What was that? Night Kneeler? Actually, it was probably Night Kneeler, wasn't it? Because that is a lance combat art.
This'll help keep me on an even keel.
And it seems that the experience units just keep spamming combat arts all the livelong day.
Battle does have its benefits.
Let's see. You know what needs to return to D&D? Shadowcasting. Debuted in 3.5 edition in Tomes of Magic and hasn't returned ever since. Honestly, I can't fault them for it because the ideas presented both background and mechanically wise has been awful. But the key word is presentation because it had so much potential and really should return. Shadowcasters are people with special supernatural powers they obtain through connecting with shadow/darkness as the force of nature. Wow, this is a long description for D&D. We might be here a bit, chat. Let's see. And over time, that connection becomes so strong that a level 20 Shadowcaster doesn't need to eat, breathe, or rest. Shadow sustains him alone. That just sounds like the edgy mage class at this point. You could easily develop this concept and make class of elementalists. I could see that working. How many times did I reset? Only twice. Once after Ferdinand von Ayer got murked by Byleth, another time after Bernie got one-shot by Ingrid. Compared to the last battle, we did better.
Stop here.
Shut up, Shez. Nobody likes you except for the people who like you.
This power will serve me in the times to come.
This is part of me now.
I really need to... That reminds me, I really need to check to see... Wait a minute, there was no one with a key, was there? Huh. I wasn't able to get in that treasure chest. That's a shame. Can always go back to this battle, I guess, but... then again, Ash has that ability innately, so I guess I don't have to worry about that. And since I picked him up last time, I don't have to level him.
We must make haste. There's not a moment to lose.
Oh, what now?
Understood. Randolph, take your troops to Orion Road and await further instruction from Hubert.
Leave it to me, Your Majesty.
Why is everyone so worked up? What happened?
It seems the troops we stationed in the Alliance are in danger, and serious danger at that. Gloucester and the other lords betrayed them, and now they have been completely cut off.
Oh, so Claude's gambit was the same in this variation as well, huh? Alright.
No!
The word betrayal suggests they were on our side in the first place. But I think we can safely assume that was never their intent.
Well, Claude is the sneaky one.
This whole time they were simply waiting for us to move the rest of our army toward the kingdom. As soon as they saw an opportunity, they cut off routes to the Great Bridge of Myrddin and Garreg Mach.
Oh wow, really?
Now that our troops are trapped on Alliance lands, House Regan and House Gloucester have them surrounded on both sides.
I mean, that is what we did the last time, but still, hearing it here as well. Actually, how's this going to affect our invasion of the kingdom then? It's pretty much going to stall it then, won't it?
It's doubtless one of Claude's clever little stratagems, and it stings.
I don't understand. Everyone is aware of the troubled history between Regan and Gloucester. Why would they decide to bury the hatchet now? Unless... this supposed feud is little more than a web Claude has spun for this exact moment.
Perhaps it is, but perhaps not.
Well, war makes all sorts of strange bedfellows.
For all we know, he wants us to overthink the situation and make a greater mistake.
That is Claude.
I think you're giving Claude too much credit. Count Gloucester probably just saw an opportunity and couldn't help himself.
I suppose. All I know is that our reinforcements will never make it there in time. The direct route east risks running into both Kingdom and Alliance forces. But if we attempt to skirt around them, we will all be aged in gray before we ever reach Gloucester.
Which means our only option is marching south. We'll regroup on this side of the Aramid River, retake the Great Bridge of Myrddin to cover our backs, and then cut through the enemy cordon.
That doesn't sound a whole lot faster. Will our troops be able to hold out that long?
It's Count Bergley's. We'll be fine.
I would say no, but these are no ordinary soldiers. They are commanded by our greatest warrior, Count Leopold von Bergliez, the Minister of Military Affairs, and a man who has never lost even one battle. If anyone can rally our troops and convince them to hold, it's him.
No pressure, Bergley's.
What a brilliant trap. The Regan boys even craftier than they say.
I agree, sir. Even Count Gloucester's inept army seems to be acting with remarkable discipline. But will the reinforcements reach us in time?
The real question is, are they coming at all?
Why do you say that with a smile?
Because if they're on the way, they'll make it in time. So long as I draw breath, they will make it. So count on them coming. Her Majesty would never abandon us.
Yes, sir.
Soldiers of the Empire, I know fear gnaws at your hearts, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. Don't run from this fear. Embrace it. Take measure of the enemy that surrounds us, and look them square in the face. Yes, we're outmaneuvered and face a vicious fight ahead. But pray to the goddess for protection, and her fire will fill your soul and temper your resolve. Our only duty here is to stay alive, be fearful of death, and let not a single soldier fall needlessly. Raise your voices with me now. Let me hear your courage. We will not lose.
I like this guy. He can stay. We are definitely saving his life. Yes, please let us do.
Wow, these guys aren't backing down. If anything, they actually seem more excited than before. How is that possible? They're completely surrounded. No one will ever reach them in time.
Yes, but Count Bergliez is their commander. And I'm guessing a lot of those troops are veterans of the Dagda and Bridget War. During that conflict, the Count's troops held off wave after wave of Dagda soldiers right to the very end. Our force must look tame in comparison.
Okay, so what now? I wanted this to be clean, but we're looking at a complete bloodbath on both sides. What I want is the upper hand against the Empire, not these people's lives.
And there's honor in that, but I don't think they're going to play along.
They don't have to accept every part of it. I just thought they might be, you know, scared?
I mean, morale is most of the battle when it comes to this kind of conflict, and right now they're doing just fine thanks to Count Burgley, so you're just gonna have to deal with this, Claude.
Well, so be it. They may have boundless courage, but they don't have boundless food. If Count Burgley's wants me to tighten the snare, that's exactly what I'll do.
Yeah, as expected from Claude. Alrighty, so that's how this next battle's gonna play out.
Scarlet Blaze. Bridge of Betrayal.
That's a foreboding line.
The Empire achieves early success in the war thanks to House Gloucester, a noble alliance house whose vows of allegiance and safe passage were key to the quick capture of Garreg Mach. But Count Gloucester breaks his oath and turns on Burgley's troops, trapped in hostile territory with their supply routes severed. The Imperial Army's outlook appears bleak.
Lucky us.
I fear I may have miscalculated, my son.
How can that be possible, Father? We have the enemy surrounded.
Yes, and they have yet to give a damn. Time grows short, and soon Edelgard's reinforcements will descend upon the Alliance.
Then we will hold them off at the Great Bridge.
And they will find another way. If they manage to take even one of the Aramid River's crossings, they can break through our ranks. And while that may not spell immediate defeat, it will dash any hopes of Count Burgley's surrender. Eventually, Edelgard's army will wash over the land, and then, my son, we will be defeated.
Speak plain, Father. I beg of you. What does this mean for House Gloucester?
Do not fret, Lawrence. This was a leap of faith we had to take to better our territory's fortunes. When Claude came to me with this offer, I determined the reward to be worth the risk. If the gambit fails, so be it. All it means is that our house will have to swear allegiance to the Empire.
Edelgard will never settle for such. She will demand... Oh, Father. No.
I am proud of you, my son. You have grown into a man strong and wise enough to lead our house.
Ah, so that's their angle then, huh? Okay. Well, that's gonna be fun.
Is there nothing that can be done? What of your dream to claim the Alliance leadership from House Regan?
It is your house now. You determine our path. Besides, when the dust finally settles from this war, there may not be an Alliance to lead.
So I am to submit to the Empire and carve out as big a place for our family as I can? Is that it? You would have me put an end to the Leicester Alliance?
Perhaps my praise of your wisdom was ill-advised. You get ahead of yourself, Lawrence. We bend the knee only if we lose, not before. And as you said, we may yet be able to drive back the Emperor's reinforcements and win the day. Always think 2 steps ahead, my son. Be clever. Survive. That is the lesson I seek to impart.
Now we understand why you and Claude were both constantly sniping at each other, at least if our understanding of you two is anything to go by.
I had best go prepare for my final battle as Count Gloucester. However this plays out, look for a way for our house to prosper, and seize it, Lawrence. Seize it! That is how Irvin Fritz Gloucester fights, and it is how you must fight as well.
Alrighty then. So the path is laid out.
Well,
Let's see.
we managed to slog our way to the encampment. Now we just have to finalize our plan.
Why is it so important to hold part of the Aramid riverbank again? I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to cross over into Alliance territory before it's too late?
If we do, we risk the enemy cutting off our retreat. We are here to break their siege, not fall prey to one.
If we don't conduct this rescue carefully, we'll be worse off than we started. We must be smart. And that means establishing at least one bridgehead in addition to the Great Bridge of Murden.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
The Minister is a general of much endurance. He will be holding out until we arrive. He is more than a warrior and a maker of strategies. It would lack wisdom to be making an enemy of him.
And, oh boy, you'd know that well, wouldn't you?
Yep, that's my father. No one can beat him.
Caspar, read the damn room.
I just hope I can be half the warrior he is one day.
I think even 1.5 Bergleses would be more than enough. Not that it's any of my business.
Sure, yeah, of course not.
So, what are we to do about House Gloucester? They have indicated a willingness to swear fealty, for whatever that pittance of a promise is worth. That leaves only Phlegathon and Ordelia. And I doubt very much that anyone would take us to task for dismantling them.
The head of House Ordelia is one of the 5 great lords. Dismantling them, as you say, would hamper Her Majesty's ability to rule effectively in the future.
Yeah, but there's... well, we'll get to that.
Consider, for example, why we chose not to dismantle House Ire.
Because I belong to House Ire, and you did not have to. Ah, of course. You are happy so long as they install successors who are willing to toe the line.
Huh. So you can read the room.
That is the plan, yes. House Phlegathon, however, must be disposed of.
Agreed, Acheron is a bitch.
Their lord, Acheron, has leveraged his control of the Great Bridge to do whatever he well pleases.
Precisely.
I have a suspicion the Alliance desires him gone as badly as we do.
Lawrence Gloucester and Lysithea von Ordelia were Her Majesty's schoolmates, yes? They may be more willing to listen to reason than the others.
Sure, but Claude went to the Officers' Academy too. And he's taken a firm stance against the Empire. Do you really think this can be handled via diplomacy?
That will depend on precisely what their demands are. But first, we must retake the Great Bridge and extricate Count Bergles and his troops. Let us focus our energies on that for the time being.
Agreed. And it would behoove us all not to overlook how devious Claude can be just because we went to the Academy together. If he's not willing to come to the table, I won't hesitate to meet him on the battlefield instead.
I won't hold back either. Sometimes you have to kill old friends in this line of work. That's just how it is.
Lucky us. Alright, let's see what this map looks like. Okay, wait, that's more Ordelia territory than anything else. Then again, I guess they need a way for us to actually, well, have gameplay. Still, kind of surprising. Suppose time will tell how that all works out.
Pardon me.
Oh, what is it, Ferdinand von Ire?
Very nice.
We now have a research station that provides opportunities for intensive training. Everyone simply must partake of it. Go on, you want to have a look as well? Ah, perfect. That'll make things much easier for me in the long run. So what do you have to say, Arval?
This is true.
Circumstances dictate how people act. As such, I believe things are about to get much more difficult for you. Though perhaps that will be a welcome change for a mercenary of your caliber. You will undoubtedly face the Ashen Demon again. I do hope you'll emerge victorious this time. Lucky us. Oh, what's chat up to? Oh, more stuff about D&D. Let's take a look. Another interesting class concept from 3.5 that got dropped because of the awful presentation. Let's see. It's the idea of Soul Meld / Incarnum. People who are essentially using special magical items or enchantments known as Soul Melds that grant them special abilities, but more importantly, reach / connect with the very essence of the being of the user. Okay, so it's a matter of working with something called a Soul Meld, but it also changes you. For example, the basic Incarnum class is a person who uses Soul Melds to obtain power from his very morality from his alignment. And over time, the more melds he has, he becomes stronger and more like his alignment, to the point that by the end, the Incarnum becomes an avatar of that morality. Huh, that could be an interesting way to frame it, especially if the DM can come up with all sorts of interesting moral quandaries in relation to that morality, in relation to that alignment. I've seen that.
Got a sec?
Speaking of the Minister of Military Affairs, remember how poorly he got along with the Minister of Domestic Affairs? Well, Hevring isn't a military house, so he'd never actually turn up on the battlefield. But he's probably thinking Count Bergles got his just desserts. We shall see. Oh, you don't look happy. Oh, it's you. Listen, I've surrendered, and I'll follow whatever orders I'm given. I'm a full part of the Imperial Army now. Minato is also in the Imperial Army, and above all, I can't choose death.
Absolutely.
Yep, you only get one life. Best take care of it. What am I even fighting for? That was the wrong answer, wasn't it? Oh boy. Then again, he grew up in the kingdom. Death before dishonor is a major part of their culture. I have a mixing of emotions.
I must be telling
Count
you.
Burgles is the man who was attacking Dagda and Brigid. And now this same man is being overrun by the Alliance army. I will never be allowing the man who defeated Brigid to die in this place.
So basically...
You want the pleasure of killing the man yourself? That's quite the grudge you're hanging on to.
No.
I think my reason is being different, but I am not sure if I am having a grudge. Sounds like you're holding on to a grudge, but what do I know? Who's over here? Ah, Dorothea. I'm glad we helped Ash see the error of his ways, but things may not always work out like that. We're going to face other classmates, and there's no way to tell how that might end. I understand 80's circumstances, so I don't plan to demand she put a stop to the war.
That's not good.
But it's always painful to have an acquaintance die. Why couldn't I have been born in a more peaceful time? Yeah, fun times. Although, honestly, given how Ash is feeling right now, maybe death would have been a mercy. Still.
How may I help you?
I was thinking of entering Leicester, but I ended up coming back here in a hurry. I am a priest of the Southern Church, you see, and I hope to attempt parley with the Eastern Church. However, given our current situation, I can but wait to see how things unfold. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, Bernie.
Oh no!
Am I gonna end up surrounded and killed in enemy territory like Count Burgles someday?
You sure?
I wouldn't go carving his tombstone just yet. Sorry, you're right. That's probably bad luck, huh? Yes, don't plant any flags, Bernie. But I'm still worried. Don't worry, I'll make sure you never get surrounded like that. I've broken through plenty of sieges in my day. Really? I'm glad to hear that.
By the by.
Are you alright, Commander? I heard the Great Bridge of Murden was taken from us. The bridge is an important point for merchants, so I hope we gain it sooner rather than later. That's to say none of the threat of being invaded, though I hope we needn't worry about that. We probably won't need to worry about it in this variation, but we'll see. I know I don't have to worry about my father. I mean, he's Count Burgles. He's invincible. Still, nothing's a guarantee on the battlefield, and I can't shake the thoughts of what might happen.
Let's do it.
Cheer up, Caspar. We're gonna save him.
All right.
Yeah, you're right, and we'll do it together. There you go.
That's troubling. Greetings, friend.
Greetings, Commander. Nothing to report. Oh, wait, one thing to report. The situation with the Alliance in the North seems really bad. I sure hope that gets sorted soon. And if nothing else, I hope everyone comes home safe. And to have you, Gatekeeper. Grim is close. Grim, where have I heard that before? Not your business, but it has been decided that I am the house's scion.
That reminds me.
That's right, Grim is your last name. I nearly forgot all about that. There is no need to remember. We'll see how that plays out later.
Supplies are the lifeblood.
While
of
we're
any
here,
army.
may as well grab these, even if I don't have to
Everything
mess
has
with that
its
all that much more. Honestly, I should probably just stop by the blacksmith once I'm done here and just upgrade the hell out of my weapons.
A moment of your time.
I obey the Empire. I have answered their call and sent out a full complement of troops. Oh, great, one of the three lords here? Oh boy, this'll go well. Lister cares little for minor nobles, so I would find the Empire's rule more preferable. Further, this provides a good opportunity to teach Count Gloucester a lesson he'll not soon forget. Of course you're thinking those terms.
Now see here.
We were most artfully deceived by Count Gloucester. The Count is Lawrence's father, you know. And Manuela was in charge of his class, the Golden Deer. It is undoubtedly depressing to have to fight one's former student. Yeah, I'm sure. Which naturally means I need to send Manuela onto the field, right?
How
Oh
can
boy.
I be of service?
The southern bank of the lower Aramid River is in Rim territory. Are you familiar with House Rim? They once had considerable power as one of the 7 great noble families. Wait, 7? However, they ran afoul of the former emperor and were in danger of being crushed entirely. This incited the remaining great noble families to wrest power from the emperor in the insurrection of the Seven. Ah, right, now I'm remembering. Alright, we've seen all this. And now we've got this back.
My instruction comes at a high price.
Alright, so pretty much everyone in the Black Eagle house that didn't get recruited last time is gonna need this. So I'm gonna have to throw a metric ton of money at that. Good thing I didn't spend over much on well, good thing I didn't spend over much on leveling up my units. Oh, hey, cool, Mega Man. Weird-ass Discord friends? That sounds like most people. Let's see. Ahaha! You appear to be quite the excellent mercenary, my friend. I see there was no mistake in my asking you to participate in my research. I hope we continue enjoying a fruitful relationship. Do I not get to choose? Well, real quick. Oh yeah, what else is going on in chat? Also, a long time ago I mentioned the Mystara setting in context of the early D&D fetish of crash landing spaceships. The Blackmoor and its cyberpunk elves weren't the only sci-fi elements of the setting. Or, the Order, an evil race of androids from the future of Mystara, who wanted to ensure success of their kind by influencing the past of their world. Oh boy. So pretty much no idea was off the table by the sounds of it in the early days. I'll have to ask my father what he interacted with back in his day.
Pardon me.
Have you heard of a man named Acheron? He is the head of House Phlegathon, who rules over the Great Bridge of Myrddin. At first, he pledged loyalty to Adrestia, but no sooner did the man hear about Count Gloucester's actions than did he betray us and surrender the bridge. It takes quite the opportunist to change camps as easily as some change their clothes. There is a reason they call him the Weather Vane. A detail that we got to see in Golden Wildfire as well.
By the way,
Gerald's mercenaries certainly gave us all we could handle in Magdred. The next time I see them will be far too soon, I tell you what. Can't believe the kingdom hired them. Although I suppose it's a relief that they won't show up in our fight against the Alliance, eh? They probably won't, but we've got at least... Actually, I wonder if we'll... I'm trying to remember if there's one more encounter we have against them before... Oh yeah, there's one more encounter and then the pivotal one.
Do you have a moment?
Our army rushed over here to Alliance territory, and I'm worried about this situation in the kingdom. And yes, we have a reasonable amount of forces left, as well as whatever General Randolph has, but...
So basically...
It'd be bad news if the king attacked us himself. I believe his troops are famed for their strength. And if the king does come, any foreign kingdom forces who intercept him may falter. Pretty much. We'll see how it plays out.
if I may.
Count Bergles is a beast of a man, and one with a keen sense for traps. Yet for him to not smell betrayal... Well, I have little choice but to praise Count Gloucester's deception.
You sure?
Maybe he was caught off guard. Or maybe the enemy had some kind of advantage.
Well?
Count Bergles? Caught off guard? Impossible. The man understands tactics on an intimate level. As a warrior, he would never yield to recklessness and make such an error in judgment. Huh, that's not the impression you necessarily get of him, but never mind my peanut gallery commentary. What occurred was truly regrettable. I should have seen through Count Gloucester's duplicity. Or perhaps it is more accurate to say I misjudged the man's ambitions. He prizes his people above all, and we created a situation where he wanted to fight. I will need to reflect on that. Hello, I just found you in my recommended. Wait, I'm getting thrown in people's recommended? Huh. Much obliged. Glad to have you. We just finished up a battle in Kingdom territory, and I'm trying to figure out... Well, and they're now rushing over to Alliance territory, so it should be fun. Right now, it's just a matter of trying to catch up with everybody. Podlin is certainly growing turbulent. During such times, it's not unusual to see various schemers appear and try to turn the chaos to their own advantage. There are a number of young generals in this army, so people like myself and Hanneman... Well, we have to be extra careful. I'm sure. Hey, Ladislava.
Could you spare a moment?
My apologies, but a portion of the responsibility for losing the Great Bridge of Myrddin falls to me. I was late in noticing that our communication had been cut off from Garreg Mach. when we fight to retake the bridge, I will assume the vanguard and see my name cleared. I look forward to seeing it.
Hi there.
I owe Count Leopold my life. That's why I volunteered to be transferred from Garreg Mach to here. I will help him, I swear it. I wonder how you will owe him your life. Were you part of the battles in Bridget territory? I understand there's a war on here, but we're all being worked like plow horses. Still, I suppose it can't be helped if our allies are in danger of annihilation. It would be a terrible waste of effort if we weren't able to assist them, so let us endeavor to ensure we can do so.
What?
Sorry, did you just threaten to make an effort? That's a real shot coming from you, Linhart.
Really?
I'm beginning to wonder about your assessment of my character. Well, if you really want to... It wasn't a legitimate question. Also, this conversation is making me quite sleepy. Goodbye. Had to throw in a half-hearted yawn, right? It is Linhart. What console am I playing on? This is the Switch.
Excuse me.
On the northern bank of the Aramid, downstream of the Great Bridge, lies the territory of Goneril and Ordelia. House Ordelia, who once expressed loyalty to the Empire, followed the dogs of Mount Gloucester and changed their stance. But House Goneril was ready to fight to the bitter end, and that stance is all the more clear now. Ah, great, am I gonna have to fight Holst? Oh crap, I'm gonna have to fight Holst. Oh god, oh no. Let's see. Oh, hey, Happy. Psst. You may be aware of this already, but the bird can be cruel. You mean Hubert? Yeah, but you know, it's fine. It's a long story. Plus, I owe him for that business under Garreg Mach.
Huh?
I'm not following. At all.
Basically.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to complain a little. I wonder what led Hubert into Abyss, independent of whatever Edelgard and the rest were requiring. Alright, let's see. Who do I need to work on supports for? If I'm not mistaken. Actually, let's go ahead and check support conversations now then. Let's see. Let me just remind myself, who do I need to unlock C supports with? Let's see, Edelgard looks... Or at least the first conversation. Let's see. Edelgard and Linhart? Alright, let's see if I can get them set up.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Let's see. And it looks like I won't be able to handle that this time. That's okay. I can always work on other stuff in the meantime. Actually, don't you two have support? Ah, well. Let's see. I'll check the game out. It looks sick. Yeah, it's a fun one. More combat-oriented than the game although, I will warn you that it's a spin-off of another game, Fire Emblem Three Houses. And...
Yeah, the flavor...
Yeah, shut up. If you haven't played that one, it might be a little dense at first.
Oh, but this is just to die for. It's my favorite, really.
But as someone who did play Fire Emblem Three Houses, I've been quite enjoying it.
How did you know this was my favorite? I thank you deeply.
There we go.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
And then,
Hunger is the
as the
true
other
enemy.
thing, we'll go ahead and knock this one out. Why is this so poorly liked by people? No matter. Let's see. Yeah, you two should have some kind of conversation. Wait a minute, did I choose the wrong thing? I guess we'll find out.
Solid.
Shut up. I think I chose the wrong thing. No matter. I can always just go another round.
I see someone has been digging into my culinary preferences. Well, who am I to say no?
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
Come back whenever you're
Let's
hungry.
see. Love combat-based games, interested in how the combat works? If you've ever played a warrior-style game, well, I guess you'll see in a little bit once that we get back into it. Let me just find what I'm looking for this. Awakening Age. Where is it? Ah, here we are. This is the one I went with last time. We'll just do something random. There's a bit of nonsense I need to sift through before diving headlong into it. Still.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
Wow, I've been sorely unlucky today.
Oh, this looks great. I'm gonna demolish this puppy for sure.
It's nice to share a meal with someone who doesn't have an ulterior motive.
I wonder if he'd say the same thing if I chose a male protagonist.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Alright, that takes care of that. Don't need to worry about volunteering. I'll handle that once that I'm off stream. Alright, training.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Alright, any new ones that can be gained? Oh yeah, I can mess with Ash a little bit. What do I want to work on for him since I don't need him to be a bow knight? Let's have him go down the Cavalier path. So actually, in that case, I don't need to unlock a class for him yet. Let's see. Oh wait, Yuritsa... Oh, what? Why can't you become a... Hang on, did I miss an acquire class bit? Yes, I did. Okay, I can make you the Death Knight now. Excellent. Can't even make you a Dark Knight, it's just the Death Knight. Okay, cool. Good to see you back in your armor. Can I get the helmet?
What a strange feeling.
Let's see, shiz. This dish is garbage. War companions. Finally, some good effing food. Pretty much. Alright, so... who do you need support with? Let's throw you with Edelgard. Then I can always just throw Manuela off in a corner for now. It's not like she's gonna have a whole lot of supports anyway. Yeah, I didn't think Ash would be one of them. Although I do need to keep training him as something, so we'll go ahead and set him up as a soldier real quick. Have him work on that skill. Oh shoot, now Monica's on her own. That should be fine. I wonder if it'll even let me train. Actually, in that case, I probably don't need to worry about Ash as much. We'll send Manuela with Monica. Because Ash already has a benefit of something I had before. Because this is technically a new game plus from a different route, so I don't have to worry as much. So it looks like training will still be done, I just can't build up support points. That makes sense.
Who knew this power slept within?
Prowess means nothing without resolve.
Ooh, Abraxas. Nice.
Hey, I'm getting better.
Okay, need to give... Oh, wait a minute. That means I can give you... Oh, right, I can't give you your best yet. I'll have to spec you into Great Knight first. Well, it's still a master class, so I'll take it.
I always strive to...
Yeah, shut up. I want to move on. Unfortunately, I can't unlock that one yet. It'll be interesting seeing you as a mounted class. I don't think I've ever done that before. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and do another round. Can I get any interesting dialogue from this? Nope. Oh right, I was having you working on the dancer skill.
Was to hold you back.
I imagine this will serve me well.
Indeed.
To think I still have hidden talents.
This is quite fascinating.
This will help everyone out.
Training can be the... Can't wait to see how you do.
There we go. Let's see, is there anything I need to do before setting out on the next battle?
Which battlefield are you headed to?
Okay. Let's see what we're up against. Oh, and a shop is in play now. Excellent. So I can get more resources that way if need be. It looks like I'm gonna have to deal with this one first. Okay. Now, remind me, which of our units... Alright, so Caspar and Manuela will be wanting to come along. So with that in mind, let's not worry about leveling up. Actually, you know what we will do? Actually, you know what? I'll just set them as adjutants. Never mind.
Which battlefield
Let's get in there.
are you headed to?
Oh, did I miss some of your messages, Dwan? Let me take a look while the loading timer goes. Where are you? Ah, more stuff about the Mystara. Each Jerry, let me read through it real quick. Let's see. A ball of non-existence. How's that work? Ceases to be. Impossible to destroy, impossible to reverse. How does that even... How do you create something like that? Either way, let's see. Bring in Caspar and Manuela.
Let's get this over with.
We'll throw Manuela behind Shez just to make things interesting. Who should I assign with Caspar? Army status. So since we've got a new visitor, I may as well walk through this. So, before battle begins, there's a little bit of decision as to who you bring along and what they're... And some of it's going to be based on certain features like... Okay, so these two are enthusiastic right now, so we'll get more experience if I bring them along. So sometimes it's based on that.
Send a flower to battle and watch it bloom.
Sometimes it's just a matter of, hey, I want to work on a specific kind of unit. So at the moment, yeah, it looks like... Actually, we need something that can cover... Actually, you know what? I can make you cover... Brawlers. Where's... Actually, can't you handle A? Not yet. You're still warrior. Oh, and... Wait, MC Moon, are you creating new accounts? I thought I banned you. Alright, last chance. You know the rules, hopefully. This time. We'll see if you hold to them. Either way, we carry on.
The fight starts now.
Now that we've set that up...
We have to...
Okay, we'll go ahead and...
Prepare to be amazed. I'm right here with you.
Leave this one to me.
We'll go ahead and set his adjutants.
We're no good to anyone if we die here.
We're at a disadvantage here, so don't get reckless.
I beg your assistance at once. So you need me?
Alright, so those are the three that we need to save. Okay. Give me 1 second to knock this guy out while I'm here. And then we can send Caspar ahead.
So, what should I be doing again?
Alright, go this way. You'll go deal with that bunch.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
Okay. Bam. Somebody's getting wowed by the game. Glad you approve. It's relatively simple to control. Yeah, very simple controls, actually. But the whole idea behind Warriors games is the selling point is quote-unquote 1 versus 1,000, where it's very easy to play. You've got certain hero units that are a little tougher. Oh crap, you've just got a standard Iron Axe, don't you? It might unironically be better to throw... Yeah, I think it might actually make more sense to throw a disadvantage unit. But there's a little bit of strategy that goes into this one. So, a matter of saying, okay, so magic isn't technically good against brawlers, but I can get away with it because this is New Game Plus, so I can get away with being a little crazier than normal. Especially since this is one of the characters I actually had from my prior run, which means that she's actually leveled and ready to go, more so than otherwise. Kabam!
Leave this one to me.
Alright, that's everybody on that side. Now, holy crap, that did a lot of damage to her. Let's make sure she gets she quaffs a potion. What the hell? Holy shit! Okay, you pissed me off. Get him!
Let's make a scene.
I'm just gonna hit the I win button and call it a day.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Yep, I'm not S-ranking this now. Damn it. Well, it gives me an excuse to replay it for the sake of grinding, so I don't care.
Just in case.
Yep.
I'm done being nice.
Guess I don't have to worry about time either, so I can show off a little bit. And bam! Although bear in mind, this is classes maxed out to insanity, so I have a little bit working in my favor in that respect. It is very flashy.
The curtain falls.
I forgot how ridiculous that I win button was.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry. What's next?
Alright, let's see what else we have to deal with in this one. Oh, I see, they're retreating now, so we just have to worry about them occasionally interfering, I suspect. Spotted a commoner being attacked? Alright, cool, another side objective. Let's go deal with it. Ah, why is the camera locked on someone? Yes, it was. Okay.
This is just the beginning.
So we've got these three that we need to deal with. Luckily, Dark Spikes. Let's see, quick question, what type of classes are you mainly going for? It depends on the circumstances. So typically in a Fire Emblem game, the protagonist is a swordsman of some kind, but each class has specific strengths and weaknesses, and that's typically based on the weapons they wield. Within Fire Emblem, there's this old thing called the weapon triangle that dates back to the original game. So the idea is swords beat axes, axes beat lance, spears, spears beat swords. And then they've got a similar weapon triangle involving, what was it? I think it's gauntlets, magic, and archery, is I think the other one. So it depends on the circumstance. And I can also influence that a little bit based on another feature to give me a degree of type effectiveness in that sense. So the type of class it'll depend on the character as to where they would thrive. But for the most part, you want a class that will be able to handle the kind of weapon you're up against, and maybe also have some special effects, because the weapon you take in might make it easier to deal with certain classes, such as Dark Spikes here is a spell that's really effective against cavalry units. Good job, Manuela. And then there's also certain special abilities that are also more effective against different units. Because if I had a spear combat art called Night Kneeler, that would also be good against cavalry. And then archery and then bows just have incredibly good type effectiveness all the time against flyers. So stuff like that. And because of the way the game is set up, I can technically make any character any class I want, though they do tend to thrive better in specific ones. If I wanted to make the character I'm playing now into a mage, I can. If I want to make her into a cavalry unit that balances between throwing magic and just spearing people in the face, I can do that. Yeah, it's a very Japanese game with how many... Well, I don't know if it's necessarily inherently Japanese, but I've noticed in a lot of Japanese games, they tend to be... Of course, that's what you focus on, Manuela. So, I don't know if it's just a trend with Japanese games specifically, but they like to layer a lot of mechanics on top of each other, so it can be a lot to keep track of until you get used to it. But that is where the fun is had. So, the difficulty I've chosen right now is technically New Game Plus, so I was expecting it to be easier. But this is also a new difficulty setting that was on. They also added a harder difficulty setting than what I was at, so I said, okay, we'll try it out. And then they actually scaled everything to my New Game Plus, and I realized, oh crap, I might be in trouble. Before you showed up this stream, you go back to earlier in the stream, I had to restart the main story battle twice because I wasn't keeping careful track, and a unit got either one shot or two shot by a powerful ability. Alrighty. Let me move my mic a little
What
bit.
did your investigation uncover, Hubert?
Investigation?
It appears those who slither in the dark had nothing to do with any of this. This plot was hatched by Houses Regan and Gloucester alone.
In other words, we know exactly where the idea to encircle our troops came from. Claude von Regan, leader of the Alliance.
He is going to be a true thorn in our side now that he is in charge. Back when Duke Regan had no clear heir, the lords were busy maneuvering to be next in line. And Claude appeared in an instant and laid claim to the seat of power. We were hoping that would be enough to throw the Alliance into disarray. But he has done a remarkable job of seizing the reins.
Well, he had a chance to prove himself against Elmyra and in this timeline, so it wouldn't surprise me that he was able to do so.
Feigning discord with Gloucester while they privately schemed together was an especially nice touch. Sadly, it seems we're facing a gifted tactician as well as a skilled leader.
Yet for a tactician, he woefully underestimated Count Burgles. I say we finish his education. It is time Claude learns the gulf between his power and the Empire's cannot be bridged with a few clever tricks.
Yeah, so technically I can... whatever then. So technically speaking, I can make my character Fist Lords and enemies to death? Unironically, yes. You can equip the main character with gauntlets and just beat up on them all day. You can literally do that. Oh, what is this? Raise their morale? We'll give it to Ferdinand. Oh, 2 units? Yeah, we'll give it to Linhard too. Total enemies defeated in this chapter? Alright, I'll have to unlock that later. So, is there anything I need to worry about back at camp? Because for how these streams normally go, what I've been doing is, since that it's not necessary to see all the little things I have to worry about before getting to the main story battle, because, actually, I'll go back to that war map to show it off. Where's the button to get there? There's way too many buttons on this thing. So I guess to go back here real quick. So, all of these are territories that have side missions on them. All I need to worry about is that, technically, is playing enough of these side missions to get to this point. Although, thankfully, all of this is somewhat explained fairly well by the game. Even if there's a lot that's unknown. And the good thing is that I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty setting, but when I've played of easy mode to try and blaze through a certain point, it's fairly easy to go through if you're just doing it on easy. So, there's not need to worry about everything all at once, thankfully. So, all I need to worry about is playing as many of these as is required to reach over here. Although, given... well, I guess it'll depend on what this unlocks. But depending on how that works out, I'll probably need to play most of these. This one might be optional, but I'll probably want to... but what I've typically done is, once I get to this point in the stream, I will see to any lingering conversations between 2 individuals, which I'll be showcasing soon. And then after that, well, I'll be basically ending the stream there, calling it a night, thanking everybody for being here, and then afterward, well, by the time I start this back up, well, we'll be all ready to go for the main story battle. And then I get to geek out over the story, and then apparently getting my butt kicked may end up becoming a more regular thing if the last main story battle is anything to go by. So, as our last thing before we call it a night, let's see what new conversations unlocked. So this is another side feature where you get to build up a lot of camaraderie with everybody, so... huh? Takes some time before you can deepen that one. Probably won't get that one before part 2 then. Alright, let's see what Shez and Dorothea have to talk about.
That reminds me, I actually found myself at a noble's tea party not too long ago.
Oh, you must be talking about Ferdy, right? He does love his tea.
I wonder if I would have even been able to unlock this conversation if in the Golden Deer route then.
No. It happened while I was doing some work as a bodyguard. The nobles who threw the party even gave me a cup of tea to show their appreciation.
Unless, actually wait, at part 2, by the time you can recruit Dorothea, maybe it won't matter.
I didn't really know what to make of it though. Hard to say if it was even good or bad.
Understandable. Settings like that tend to choke the flavor out of any food or drink you happen to come across, among other things.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm built for all that fancy stuff. Hey, remember when I asked you to sing for me? You belted out a verse from one of your operas. It kinda reminded me of that tea. It's like, I just don't have the background for that sort of stuff. If you don't grow up in it, you're not gonna get it.
Everyone has a right to those things, though. Taking in a tragic opera, letting an elegant meal dance across your taste buds. Nobody should be excluded from those pleasures just because they were born a commoner.
It'd be good if that's how things worked.
You think it's not?
Oh boy, this could be interesting.
Take my time back as a mercenary. I would have gladly eaten a half-cooked rat if it meant I was getting food in my belly. It's only since I joined up with this army that my palate's become a little more discerning. What I'm saying is, if you never have the chance to eat good food, then you'll never know what good food is supposed to taste like. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but...
In that case...
Dorothea?
Oh, sorry. I got a bit caught up in my thoughts there. But I think it might be just as you say. Will you indulge me for a moment?
Where are you going with this?
Sure, what's on your mind?
When I first started singing, I did it for me. Only me. But it wasn't long until Manuela discovered my gift. So, I joined the opera company. It felt... incredible. I wanted the whole world to hear my singing. But once I became a songstress, I started attracting more and more attention from the nobles.
And not the kind of attention you liked, I assume.
Before I knew it, I wasn't singing for myself anymore. I was singing for them. Now you can't even appreciate my songs if you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
That might be true, but like I said, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. So many people would kill to be able to do what you can do. So don't belittle yourself like that. Your singing is incredible, Dorothea.
I appreciate that. I really do. But I still can't help but wonder.
Interesting place to end it. I'll be very curious to follow up on that later. Let's see. What effect does making relationships with the other hero units have? It's primarily story-based just to get a better understanding of them, but if you're able to build up the supports arts here, it also has a minor effect when you assign them to each other in combat, so it does have a minor effect on gameplay.
And what of the Archbishop's movements?
She has established herself in Camulus, a town south of Ferdiad, and shows no indication of leaving. The Knights of Ceres occasionally go to the front, but the Archbishop appears content to remain behind. A shame, really.
Well, we expected as much. It's unlikely that we'll have the opportunity to eliminate her without mounting a full-scale invasion of Blaidd territory.
Nope, pretty much.
We should have surrounded Garrick Mach and torn the place apart when we had the chance, no matter the cost to us. We may have squandered our greatest chance by not doing so.
Hubert, that idea came from Lord Arundel. That is to say, Tallis. And it's an impractical idea, at that. One based on unreliable experimental assets that had never been tested in battle.
What, you mean the demonic beasts?
Besides, after breaking ties with him and his allies, we lacked the military capability to carry out an operation on such a scale.
True on both counts, Your Majesty. We took such bold steps to excise those who slither in the dark from the Empire, knowing full well the price we'd pay. Though it meant allowing the Archbishop to escape our grasp, I would venture to say that we ultimately came out in a better position because of it.
Well, that'll depend on how the war ends, though.
Unquestionably so. I'm certain Tallis and his ilk are dreaming up some villainy as we speak. But we're not beholden to them anymore. We are no longer complicit in their schemes.
I could not care less what I am or am not complicit in, Lady Edelgard. But I agree, you must not be.
Agreed.
For your own sake and the sake of the Empire, it is vital that you remain unsullied and unencumbered.
When I proposed such drastic changes to our plan 2 years ago, I did so against your best counsel. And yet you made it work every step of the way. None of us would be where we are today if not for you, Hubert. I cannot thank you enough.
This is quite unlike you, Your Majesty. Are you feeling unwell? I assure you I feel ever appreciated. There is no need for you to speak such words aloud.
Or perhaps this is meant to soften the blow of yet another drastic change of course?
Oh, come on, she's not Claude. She wouldn't do that.
Nothing like that, I assure you. I simply want you to know how much you are valued. This path I walk, I cannot walk it without you. I'm only able to press onward because I have you to open the way. There will always be a place for you by my side.
Are you certain there are no changes you wish to inform me of? I must insist that you hide nothing from me.
Said the one who hides stuff from her. Never mind.
What? But I just said I'm not... Hubert, are you truly so incapable of accepting a simple word of thanks?
Yes. It's Hubert. What do you expect? Although that conversation does alleviate something, a concern I had from Three Houses, because that was the main problem with Edelgard having to work with those who slither in the dark, and the reason why I disagreed with her actions in that game. Because that then means, are your ideals really so lofty that it's a good idea to do that? So, it seems that Hubert recognizes that to some extent. What's chapter 2? Is your Discord free of them? So far as I know, that's all done and dusted, MC Moon. Unless you're still one of them, but I suppose time will tell. Either way, back to it.
Ah, Ferdinand. I hadn't realized you'd returned to the palace.
Yes, here I am. Not that I have official business like you.
What has you forlorn?
Then why come such a long way? Ah, I see. You're here to visit your father.
I am ashamed to say this was my first time seeing him in his cell. My father insisted I stay away for my own safety. Though I must confess, the dungeon was not the horrid place I had imagined it to be.
Why are you holding out your left hand like that?
I was envisioning, you know, fiery hot pokers, spikes, that manner of thing.
Oh. Then it may interest you to know that we do actually have such a dungeon. I've only seen it once myself. It's further down from where we're keeping the former Duke. It's a dismal place. One where rats scurry to and fro.
Oh god, I know which one you're talking about too. Oh no. Oh no.
Rats? I do not imagine Father would cope well with that at all. While he did look haggard, it sounds as though his treatment could be far, far worse.
You don't know the half of it, Ferdinand. Holy crap.
We're doing our best to keep him in good health. The rest will depend on his frame of mind.
Well, you will hear no complaints from me.
Oh, it just looks like you're holding out your left arm. Okay, cool. Just a weird angle then.
I care only that he is kept alive and given a fair trial. And that his punishment fits the crime, of course.
You'd better speed things along then, because Hubert is quickly losing patience.
A fact of which I am very well aware. The problem is that I remain unable to connect my father to many of the acts he is accused of.
Perhaps you're wasting your time. A noble as powerful as your father could easily have documents forged and witnesses bought off. Any records that remain will be considered far too dubious to prove guilt or innocence.
Another fact I am very much aware of.
So wait, it's... By the sound... So wait, you specifically asked to have a direct hand in your father's trial then? Effectively to try and prove one way or the other? I guess that's how you're still effectively the head of House Ire then. Makes sense. Hubert would want to be sure that everything is on the up and up.
In truth, I already found proof some time ago. Proof of his corruption, that is.
Oh wait, the topic of your paralogue from Three Houses.
I discovered it while looking through his tax records. When I realized what he had done, I was ready to serve him up to the authorities myself.
Your own father? I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I mean it. I thought I could carefully build a solid case against him while studying at the academy. However, you had him clapped in irons before I could have my case organized. Now there is a bit of comedy. I idolized my father ever since I was a child. Yet I had to push those feelings aside in order to muster the anger to punish him. Now I find myself trapped between both of those emotions with no resolution in sight.
I see. And tell me, Is that the end of your story? I thought you were going to become Prime Minister. Keep me in line. Surpass me, even.
Oh, well, I did not mean...
Is this really the time to be asking about that, Edelgard? Read the damn room!
You can still share words with your father and see him punished for his crimes, you know. So, if you desire resolution, start resolving matters. It's never too late.
Well then. Whew. That was a heavier conversation than I anticipated. Oh, we're not done with you, Edelgard? Ah, Death Knight. That's why every country needs tax demons to collect tax frauders. Jeez, Dwan, what else is going on? Let's see, Hubert's a straight man. Plain and simple. He wants the job done effectively and doesn't want, need, or care about it bootlicking the other people refer to as compliments. To be fair, that actually is Hubert to a T. Alright, what else was said? I like streamers like you. You try and connect with your fans and... oh, much appreciated. I don't stream daily, but... well, I think the next stream is on Wednesday, but much appreciated.
Now here's a rare sight. Since when do you read tactics manuals? Do you miss your days at the Officers' Academy?
There's nothing to miss.
No, because I seem to recall everyone being in awe of their incredibly talented combat professor. I had big plans for you after you were assigned to us, but then the Academy was forced to close its doors. Still, you played a small but critical role.
Of course, there's no response.
Still not one for conversation, I see.
Of course not.
Even so, I feel I understand you and your thoughts more now than when we first met. You see? That silence of yours just said, I don't need you to know me.
That's probably accurate, too.
Such a typical Emil thing to say.
And now he's gonna snap at you for using his real name.
Don't call me that.
Am I good or am I good?
Why? Because Emil von Bartels is dead? Because he was already hunted down and killed for slaughtering everyone in his house?
He should have been.
Is that so? Well, I disagree. This is why you live on as Yaritza von Hrim, and why you remain in good standing with a house that will one day be yours. This is why the world has the Death Knight. For my goals to be achieved, both men are indispensable.
You're greedy to desire that monster's power. His thirst is endless. Every soul he takes makes him less human.
If so, I'd say the Death Knight is the greedy one. I must watch my step, lest he and his scythe come for me in the night.
You are my master, for now.
The for now is the reason, Yaritza.
You let the Death Knight hunt. I am grateful. Your life is safe.
I guess there's some logic in that.
There's nothing to be grateful for. This is, and has always been, a contract that sees to both our needs.
Now who's being mercenary?
It just so happens I like having you, and the Death Knight, in my corner.
I wonder if Mercedes will be a recruitable unit in this route. I guess we'll find out. Alright, then it's... oh, this is gonna be a glorious conversation. Oh, this conversation chain in 3 houses was glorious. Where is this? Garreg Monk?
Ah, Bernadetta. I see the documents I was waiting for have finally arrived.
Or is this the Imperial Palace?
Hubert! I'm not doing anything bad!
Huh. That's a new idle animation. Huh. They up their game a little bit.
Then would you be so kind as to hand those over? They are addressed to me, after all.
Yaritza seems like the plot twist villain assistant. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Oh, right. Edelgard asked me to bring them. Phew. That was heavy. What are all these documents anyway?
Old records of bandit activity in this area that I need for my investigation.
What are you investigating?
Hey, that reminds me. I heard we had a group of bandits cornered, but they sort of got away.
Oh wait, was this a matter of what happened 2 years ago?
Yes, a most vexing development. It beggars belief that our troops prove unable to exterminate even these few stray vermin.
Who said they were just a few stray vermin? This sounds like those who slither in the dark all over again.
Wait, are you angry?
Oh, I doubt it is worth raising my ire over.
Yet.
That's good. But you look like you're angry.
That's my secret, Bernie. I'm always angry.
Bernadetta, are you aware of how your persistence often leads to the very outcome you wish to avoid?
Oh, that's a very backhanded way of saying shut your mouth. Oh, I love it.
Yes?
In any event, my mood is what it is because I must now locate a den of rats. I will need to research previous stomping grounds, then cross-reference the location of their old lairs in order to work out where this new one might be.
Wow, that sounds like a ton of work.
Yes, but there is nothing for it. These craven rats will not re-emerge once they've burrowed into their nests.
Hey, neat! I definitely understand the desire to burrow in somewhere and never come out.
Of course, that's what you latch onto.
I mean, but when there are festivals and stuff, they might slip up and leave? Maybe? Possibly? I mean, everyone loves festivals, except when there are people around, which is usually the case.
Are you talking about everyone, or are you talking about you?
Somehow I suspect you would not emerge for even the most magnificent of carnivals. However, you and the rats may differ on that point.
We do what now?
Yes, of course. Unlike you, these thieves have no particular desire to live away from others. We have had them on the run for some time, which means they've not been able to earn coin through their usual underhanded work. Thus, if I were to prepare a place where they could cut a few easy purses, they might consider the spoils to be worth the risk.
Okay.
Yay, Bernie inadvertently helping the master... Well, no, he's not the master schemer. That title goes to Claude, but oh boy.
And the bait shall be a festival. Due to the war, we have not held a genuine festival for quite some time, after all. So even if we do not capture the rodents, and it merely brings much-needed succor to the people, I would still consider it a success.
Oh boy.
Well done, Bernadetta. You have come up with a splendid idea that eluded even myself.
Why are you complimenting me out of nowhere? Are you plotting against me?
Oh look, another person who can't take a straight compliment. Although to be fair, when it's Hubert, you keep thinking, okay, where's the knife in the back? You know what, I don't blame her this time.
Not particularly, no. Although I am thinking I will require your assistance in this matter from now on.
And there's his revenge.
No! Someone free poor Bernie from this torment!
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine. He's totally not gonna put anything in your tea. It's fine. You've got nothing to worry about. Alright, that's where we'll call it. I guess we'll catch up on chat and then call it a night. Let's see. Just the vibes that Yuritsa emits, and plus you made him a Death Knight. Seems pretty evil, and I love undead stuff. Necromancy is something that I find cool. Fair enough. Although, it's actually kind of funny because in 3 Houses, Yuritsa's identity as the Death Knight was a closely guarded secret for the first, I guess, 4th of the game. So that is part of the problem of jumping straight into this one, in that there were a lot of carefully laid out details about the characters that remained just under the surface and only got slowly chipped away at, and watching this will mean chipping away at a lot of those because I already know most of it, but still, both games are well worth checking out, even if 3 Houses is much more, well, slower paced. Alright, let's see what I missed from you, Dwan. Let's see. Okay, then there's Thule. It's a magically created hybrid between the troll, ghoul, and a hobgoblin. Wait, isn't a ghoul an undead creature? How's that work? Let's see. A ghoul is an undead creature, right? Let's see it. So, basically a bunch of abilities from all 3 of those creatures. And thanks to being magically created, Thules can reproduce but still being a hybrid. Okay, it is undead creature, but low fertility, huh? How's that work? See, does anyone have the Cuphead DLC? I think I've mentioned that I haven't spent too much time with Cuphead yet. A friend has it and has been trying to get me to play with him, but I'm terrible at platformers, as my prior attempts at playing Sonic have proven. Either way, that is where we will call it for tonight. So, I've got a decent amount that I'll be able to grind on my own, just looking at the number of battles I'll likely need to do. Magic, that's out. Okay, fair enough, Dwan. Magic solves everything when it comes to D&D. No wonder why they had to give fighters their own way to cast magic, just to keep them apace. Either way, so, looking ahead to the next week, I may have something going on Thursday to prevent me from doing my usual Fire Emblem stream then. It's a maybe right now, but it's almost certainly going to happen, so that's part of the impetus for streaming tonight. I don't normally stream on Sundays. I don't like to keep Sundays as I am always going to stream on these nights because Sunday I'm used to treating as a day of rest, and sometimes a friend wants to make a social call of some kind. So typically my schedule for streams is Wednesday it's focused on Xenoblade Chronicles, right now the first game. Thursday is focused on Fire Emblem, and Saturday, as the moment, is just smaller games. So right now that's Metroid Dread. So a lot of Nintendo stuff at the moment. But Thursday's probably not going to happen this week because I've got something that was most likely going to occupy my time. So, most likely time when I can jump back this will be this time next week, so another Sunday night. Assuming that nothing comes up that just throws a wrench in things. So, either way, should be fun. Okay, I am remembering that ghouls are undead, but more agile than zombies. Yeah, that sounds correct. Either way, so that's what you can expect from the streaming schedule for the next while. Should be fun. Should be fun. Either way, thank you all for watching. Hope this was entertaining for you, even if part of the entertainment was me getting freaking one-shot in that story battle. Good lord. Here I'm thinking the streams that I do for Fire Emblem won't be very long until we get into part 2 and have to worry about extra story battles. Only for me to end up spending longer with this because I keep dying. Good lord. Well, it'll force me to actually be better at the game, so you know what? I will take it. We'll see if maddening mode ends up being this difficult when I jump in to the blue lines route, but that'll be a ways away. But either way, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care.